Welcome to today's video, where we will be taking a look at the breathtaking career of one of the most dangerous bosses of the Mocro Maffia. From escaping prison in a movie-like manner to surviving hits on his life, this man's story is one that you won't want to miss. So, grab a seat and let's dive into the story of Gwenette Martha, also known as the Man Without a Shadow. As an 8-year-old boy, Gwenette fled his home country, Curacao, with his brother and mother because his dad could not stay off the liquor. They ended up in South Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Despite excelling in football and playing for Ajax's youth teams, Gwenette and his brother would often hang on the corners in his neighborhood and cause a nuisance. However, after the tragic loss of his brother, Gwynette's life took a drastic turn. He climbed up the criminal ladder rapidly and forgot everything that his mother once taught him: be a good person. A terrible accident occurred on March 5th of 1992, and it was one of the defining moments of Gwynette's life. He would never be the same. Outside of a bar in Amsterdam, he and his gang became involved in a heated altercation with another crew, which rapidly became out of control. After being shot by one of his crew members, Giovanni, Gwynette's brother, passed away while being held in his arms. After that, Gwenette wanted nothing more than to get his own back on his attacker. On the 14th of October of 2003, after waiting for 11 years, he finally avenged his brother's death by taking the life of the person who was responsible for the crime. Martha and his crew progressed from petty crime to serious, violent robberies. They started to make a small fortune and spent it on watches, designer clothing, and bottles in the club to flaunt their wealth. This led to a big investigation by the Dutch police into his money laundering activities. They decided to send out an observation team to follow him 24/7. But Gwenette was not a rookie. His nickname was not the Man Without a Shadow for nothing. It was a name that he earned. He was very hard to track and had made many bosses move to shake off the observation teams. However, the observation team also had its fair share of successes. In March of 2007, they saw Gwenette at a gas station where he was handed a big black bag. He proceeded to drive back to his girlfriend's house, and police suspected it to be a stash house. On April 3rd, they attacked the home and found 2 watches worth 100,000 euros and a lot of money. They raided another home that Gwenette often visited and arrested him. He was sentenced to 7 years in jail for money laundering. You were mistaken if you anticipated that he would spend a significant amount of time behind bars. Gwenette and another inmate successfully evaded capture and fled the facility in a dramatic fashion on the morning of May 12th of 2008, not even a month after their arrest. They were successful in climbing over 2 fences, but his accomplice was discovered on the second barrier that they attempted to scale. 2 men were waiting for him just outside the prison in a vehicle that had been stolen from Volkswagen. And as he left, they left in the van. He was eventually located and brought back to the Netherlands, where he faced charges of money laundering and was compelled to pay back 16 million euros. However, Gwynette's escape did not mean that he was now in a secure location. On the final Friday of the year 2013, Gwenette felt as though he had an angel sitting on his shoulder. An unknown assailant jumped out in front of him as he was strolling through Amsterdam South with a buddy. The assailant attempted to shoot him, but his firearm jammed. Gwenette manages to stay alive and seeks the protection of the authorities. In any case, the police wouldn't safeguard him, and the individual who was remembered to have done the hit was rarely found. Gwenette was not yet out of danger, despite the fact that he had survived the strike. On February 20th of 2014, he placed an order for a hit that was carried out successfully on his old acquaintance, Alex Gillis. Despite this, there was still the possibility that Gwenette faced more dangers in his life. On the 22nd of May in 2014, joined them at the shawarma store. When 2 other guys joined them at the shawarma store, Gwenette exited the store with one of them, and as they walked outside, a BMW pulled up and he was fired at with a Kalashnikov and at least 1 other automatic weapon. Gwenette was hit in the leg. He took 80 hits before passing away instantly. From an Ajax youth player to one of the biggest criminals in the country, Gwynette's story is one of tragedy and violence. He may have escaped prison and survived hits in his life, but ultimately, his life was taken. His story is also one of the key pieces to the deadly Mocro War, which we will be exploring in another video. What do you think of Gwenette Martha's story? Did you find it as breathtaking as we did? Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.